Well, hello, everybody. This is Judy Friesen, your host, co-host, MC, and I am so glad to have you listening in to our Live Younger Success Team call on July the 8th, 2025. We have delayed 1 week because we celebrated July the 1st here in Canada, and there was also the July the 4th for the Americans. And so I hope everybody enjoyed their time off and their holiday and they're celebrating. And now want to get back to focus, back to work, and sharing Lifewave with everybody. I hope that everybody is doing well. And if you have any questions that pop up in your minds as we go through our time and as people do their sharing, please be sure to write that down and put up your hand, and we'll see if we can address some of your questions toward the end. But barring that, I would like to pass this call over to Pete. And Pete, take it away and introduce some of the agenda that we have going forward. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Judy. Appreciate you as always. And again, we're having some challenges with the Zoom here. So for some of the members that are not able to get in, we apologize. We'll let the replay out as soon as possible, and you'll be able to listen in via the replay. So I know my wonderful sponsor, Kai Jacobson from Puerto Rico, is also unable to get in. So we will not have some of our presenters present tonight, but we will figure this out and we'll get it next time. But hey, we're excited to be here. We're excited that you took the time out of your busy schedule to be here. It's summertime, it's busy. We're back in Canada. This is our first Tuesday of the month, well, second Tuesday this round. To be in Canada, and we just got back from the States and picked up some Cellergize, and we're on day 4 of Cellergize now, so really excited to be able to use that product. And for those that have already tried it, the reviews are coming in just absolutely amazing for the energy and the vitality and what the product is doing. So again, only available in the US, but we're super excited to at least have it. And I know Kai or Carl and myself were talking just yesterday. We were down at his place for a wonderful pickerel fish fry dinner, and we were discussing about getting Cellergize to our members here, mainly in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and the journeys where Carl will be traveling. So we've decided it's $69.95 US. If you buy bundles of 3, you of course get the price break, but we've looked at it, and from picking it up from the US and the parcel fee that you have to pick up, you have to pay each time you go down to the US, and the picking it up, we'll do it in ones. Anybody who wants to Cellergize, get in contact with Carl and myself, and it'll be 1 container for now per person, and it'll be 100 Canadian dollars for one. So we won't have any quantities for now until we get to everybody, and to as many of the people as want, just for personal use. Now, obviously, we can't retail this product in Canada yet, so Carl may talk a little bit more about that later on. And I'd love to introduce my wonderful friend, Kai Jacobson, here on the call, but he keeps messaging saying he's unable to get on the call. So what I'll do is we'll just flip through the schedule here. I see Kirk is on the call now, and I'm so excited that we have so many of our leaders on this call tonight. And Karen Halawas was first up to share a little testimony, and there's lots more to share, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to move through some of our presenters, some of our testimonies, and she will introduce her husband, Kirk, if he's able to come on and share a little bit more about his experiences, his testimonial. So please join me in welcoming Karen Halawas, our first director and presenter, and also Punta Mita trip winners from our group. So Karen, if you're there,
yeah,
take it away.
We made it on here. Yeah, that was a technical difficulty on our side here this time. My testimony, I don't know if who's all on the call, if they've heard my testimony before or not, but I was having some thyroid issues and severe fatigue, dealing with nodules on my thyroid, and with patching, it's been quite an incredible journey for me. Then I had an ultrasound back in October 2024 and had a follow-up January 2025. And all the nodules were actually gone for my thyroid and parathyroid. So that was quite an incredible share, I guess. Don't want to get too technical here. But I just actually had a follow-up with my doctor, and pardon me, my TSH levels have come down quite a bit. So it's a slow process, but that's the only thing that I actually am doing is patching. And my numbers are still coming down into a balanced area there. So that's been really good for me. My energy is just absolutely incredible. Um, I I was really struggling to get off the couch. And being a massage therapist, I was only able to do maybe 1, 2 massages while I was going through this. And last week, I probably, well, I don't want to say I overdid it because I was able to do it just fine, but I probably had 20 some massages last week, and I feel stronger than ever. Um, I I know my strength has come back because I'm able to do yard work and have no problem with that. And I've started working out again, which I didn't even want to think about that. So that's that's where I'm at right now, my little update. So things are still looking up for me. And Kirk, he's actually had quite a testimony for today, actually. So I'm going to pass it over to him, and he can share what his experience was or has been.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I've started patching in October of 2024. And back in 2008, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. So I've been taking medication for that for, well, up until now. Like, I still take it today. And it was consistently, I was consistently riding at 130 over 90. And it just, there was a few times in that course of those, it's probably been about 18 years, where it dropped down, and that would have been due to extreme exercise and extreme diet. And but it was never sustainable. It always fell back off and came back up. So, and also in that time was not only did my meds increase, the dosage increased gradually over that 18 years, but they also added a couple. So they added a second high blood pressure med, and then only for a year now they've added a cholesterol medication as well. So once I started patching, I wear X39 and X49 consistently. I wear Eon and SP6 occasionally throughout the month. And so anyways, the after about the first 3 months, my blood pressure started to dip down into the 120 over 80s. And then a few months later, it was in the hundreds and in the 70s. And today, Karen and I were outside planting some trees, and I started feeling a little dizzy. So I came inside and I took my blood pressure, and the first one was 78 over 60, 83 over 66, 72 over 62. So it's obvious this is exactly what I was shooting for, because now I've been recording everything that I've been journaling everything that I've just told you guys. So I'm going to take all this information to my doctor on this week, and we're going to see what he has to say. But I mean, I haven't done anything different. So I mean, the patches are, as far as I'm concerned, they are making everything lower and my blood pressure lower. So that's basically where I'm at. And yeah, it's just truly amazing. So I'm I'm not confident with what he's going to say. He's probably going to ask me to quit wearing the patches, but I'm not going to. So I'm just hoping that he'll work with me and we'll start reducing medication and see what kind of success we have from there. So that's what I've got, Pete.
Oh, it's incredible, Kirk, and it's really nice to see you and Karen both together there, and we're looking forward to coming up to your neck of the woods and coming seeing you and spending some time with you and get to know you a bit better. So, absolutely, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, Karen. Wonderful testimony on your thyroid, and of course, Kirk, your blood pressure, all regulating. So, that's the power of X39, X49 and of course Eon. And that takes me right into the special, of course, as most of you know. This is week 2 of the Performance Bundle special, where you can not only get the X39, X49 under $100, which you can only get through the Performance Bundle, and the special this week, you get a free Eon patch till July 13th. This Sunday will be the last day of that promotion. So much going on, and of course, we've added Celergize to our regimen, as I mentioned earlier, and I've heard from a lot of people that are using Celergize in the US from our American brand partners. They got a head start on us, and they were starting to use it, and just incredible results in terms of what it was doing to their brain fog and energy and all the things that David Schmidt has talked about over all the years, 5 years plus that I've been in Lifewave. He's talked about all these different vitamins, all these different minerals, and all of a sudden, here they are, all in one convenient box. And you'd spend hundreds of dollars going buying those vitamins and minerals separately and trying to take the right dosage. Well, here it's simple. 1 scoop in a glass of water. You drink it in the morning, and we only have the AM solution. We don't have the PM solution yet. And again, only available in the US. So if you have access to someone that can pick it up for you from the US for personal consumption, I would highly recommend you do it. And of course, Carl and myself will do our best to make it available for those that want to try it. And I'm going to try a real quick share here, guys, a screen share. I wanted to share this. Kai was going to have a little chat regarding this video, and he asked me to play this video. So in case he's in, there's some Zoom users in here. I'm not sure who they are, but I'm going to play the video. I'm going to start a share here, and it's just a short little video. Most of you have probably seen it, but I'm going to share it here regardless for the water technology that we, of course, have coming from David Schmidt, and it's very, very powerful. So let me just see if I can navigate my way through this screen share here, and I'm going to play it. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio.
Beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Yeah, it's good.
There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my
Pete, there's no sound now for some reason. When you muted the video.
for everything else that happens in the body.
How's that?
Good.
What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to. And that we can heal people.
All right. Was the audio okay? Other than me muting it in between there. Could
Yes.
everyone hear it okay?
People can put their
Yes.
react on the react button with their thumbs up if you were able to hear it.
Okay, okay. I thought by me muting my microphone, it wouldn't affect the screen share, but obviously it did. So
It looks like there's people who are saying yes, they were able to hear it.
okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Well, Kai
great.
wanted me to play that, and he had a little chat that he was going to do. We're going to have to do it next time. The water machine, the water technology, obviously, is not going to be out until August, anyways. So we're going to sort of focus on the water technology a little bit. It'll only be in the U.S., but we'll focus on it on our next first Tuesday of the month meeting in August. And Kai had some things he was going to share, so we'll leave that for August. But it's a very exciting time because the top 30 people in Lifewave, which includes Robin and Gregory Mascari, already have their water machine in transit to them. So that's really exciting. And it'll just be interesting to see if Lifewave will be able to keep up with the production to outpace the demand, or to meet the demand that there will be. There will be massive demand for this water technology. There's no doubt in my mind. So anyways, enough on that. I'm going to call on next. And Lana, it's so nice to have you here. And of course, Lana is the sponsor of Kirk and Karen Helwas. And Lana, if you want to unmute yourself, I don't know, since you're here, I wasn't expecting you here today, but you're here. If you want to unmute yourself and just share a few words, and then we're going to turn it to Carl Krebs, and he's going to talk a little about summer fun and shows and trade fairs and all that. But you're here, Lana, so take it away and share with us what's going on, girl.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for connecting today and being here. And I just also want to just say how powerful those testimonials are that we hear, and the gifts that we're able to share with this technology is always such a it's such an honor. It's such a gift that we have. And actually, the one thing that I just wanted to share is I've been trying to keep in touch with my downline, my leaders, and hopefully anybody else that wants to connect. I've been sending out a weekly email that sort of just kind of touches on the highlights of what's going on within the company, and whether you're business building or if you're just enjoying the use of the patches, it's really great to engage with some of the simple videos that are coming out, and just staying excited about the gifts that we have. And I know a lot of people joined the company to utilize the technology themselves, but it's really hard to keep quiet about it when you have some amazing things that happen to the people, either directly yourself or to your family or the people who you've introduced to the technology. And don't be afraid to tell people the story of what's going on, because for me, it was an incredible gift that I was able to heal my shoulder, and then my terrible headaches, and then receding gut lines, and the list goes on and on and on, and it continues to bless me. So don't be afraid to share this gift with others. If you think of it as a gift, who wouldn't want to share a gift? Everybody loves to give gifts. Well, this one just happens to be packed in a little envelope with that looks like a sticker, but the gift inside of it is absolutely incredible. Couple of things that happened in my week this week. I had a fellow who wasn't even able to complete his golf game for Father's Day, whenever Father's Day was, and came in on the following day because he'd heard that there was something here at my store that was technologically tuned to help him. And within moments, literally within, I would say 1 minute, I'd put on the ice wave, and within minutes, he already had relief, and he was back within 4 days to sign up as a brand partner, is excited to begin. So we just have such a gift to share, and I just want people to tell their story, just speak authentically from their heart and tell their story of what's going on. And I have another incredible story that I'm not going to share tonight, or today. I'll share it at another time when I get to all the details, but it is a story of one man being crediting Lifewave for saving his life from a terrible, terrible accident in my town. So Yeah, incredible. So if anybody wants to connect with those emails, just maybe pop us a comment in this chat, and I'm willing to put you on my list and share away. And you're certainly welcome to use these emails to share with the people that you want to connect with. And also, I just want to say that reiterate what Pete said. This promotion that's on right now is incredible. It's the top 3 sellers as far as products for the company right now. And it would be a shame for it to not be, utilized. So make sure you are adding that to your cart this week before Sunday night, and getting your free Eon with your performance bundle. I know I use the X39 and the 49 regularly. The Eon is an incredible complementary patch, the leading complementary patch. So definitely get a hold of that one and make sure you put it in your cart. And that's what I got for you this week. I'm off to my daughter's wedding this weekend, so super excited. I've been a little busy. If you haven't connected with me, that's what I've been up to.
Well, thank you so much, Lana, for taking the time to be with us. It was a real special treat because I was not expecting you here today. So wonderful, wonderful to have you, and enjoy your daughter's wedding and all the festivities that will be taking place surrounding that spectacular event. So again, congratulations, Lana, on all you're doing and the team that you're building. Just amazing to see the growth that you've had, Lana. And that goes for Kirk and Karen as well. I mean, just on fire. We had nothing happening in Saskatchewan before you folks came on board. I mean, very little. And all of a sudden, Saskatchewan just lit up like a light bulb. And trust me, corporate has noticed what's going on in Saskatchewan, because we were not on the radar out there at all. So thanks to you folks, you've lit it up. All right, moving along on the agenda tonight, I'm going to call on my wonderful friend, Carl Krebs. 2021, I think it was. I came onto his yard and said, you know what? I'm going to go for this guy. I was running for mayor at the time, and I was following him on YouTube, and he had so much stuff going on in our hometown. And I said, wow, this guy maybe needs some help with some views. I wasn't getting many views at the time. And I'm like, I want to help you get some views because I love your message. I love the what you practice, what you preach, what you teach. I love freedom, and he was all about freedom, and he's got some wonderful things to share on the topic of trade shows, summer fun, and how to really ignite your business. So Carl, my friend, take it away.
All right. Well, thank you for all of that. And thank you for the day you walked on my yard and introduced yourself. I had already known some of your family, but then I got to meet you, and introducing that patch into my life has made a huge difference. But before I go any further, I want to acknowledge one of our newest brand partners. He's only showing up as Zoom user, but Booty from Malaysia is on the call with us tonight. Hi, Booty. Just give a wave. He just joined under brand partner from Las Vegas, and he's right now on the 7:38 clock in Malaysia, but he's up early to get on this call, and we're thankful for him and looking forward to the connections he has in that country. So without further ado, I want to share some of the things that I've been working on, and some of the things that we've done in festivals, because I think festivals are a great opportunity. I think people that are at festivals are in a good mood. I think they're open, they're receptive, and Canada is chock full of festivals during the summer months. So it might be a little late for some of you to get in, but with some of my brand partners that I'm working with, we've booked ourselves into 2 festivals. We're going into the Altona Festival in July, and then we're going into the Winkler Harvest Festival in August. So just let me share a little bit of what I've done with trade shows and such. And hopefully this will help you as well. So this is an example. If you can see this all, I hope you can. This is what we did last year in Winkler, the booth that was set up inside. And we had good presence, good signage. You can see the TV screen where we were running videos. I have a bunch of new videos that I just cut today. They're being finessed, and I just got emails from Brad, my producer. And I want to make those emails or those videos available to the group so that you can grow your business, because this is truly all about growing, our businesses here. So let me just try to go forward here. 1 second here. I'm working out of WhatsApp, so there's some challenges here. So let me just go back. I'll stop the screen share and then go back and hopefully pick it up again here. Just a second here. All right, so let me just move a few things out of my way and go into 1 second here, please. Bear with me. Everything seems to be a little bit of a challenge. This is a booth. Oh, I'm blocking my own vision here. This is the booth also from Harvest Festival that we set up last year. And let me just also then go to this, which is a video. We had videos playing as well. And again, these are things that you can do. They're all achievable here. And this is Las Vegas, or this is Dallas. I went to a trade show there. Can everybody hear that?
It's very quiet.
Okay, I just wanted to show you a little bit of that. I don't think the sound was on, but that's okay. Let me go back here for a minute and play you something. I want to share the sound and optimize video here. Let me go back here again. And I'm going to share something that is a new video. Can everybody hear me? Because here comes the sound, okay?
Lifewave, the fastest growing health and wellness company in the world, is coming to Altona, Manitoba, July 25th through 27th at the Sunflower Festival. We invite you to see what the power of the patch can do for you. Visit our booth in Altona Park and let us patch you for free with our X39 wearable technology that will reset your cells to a more youthful state, helping you look, feel, and live younger. We'll also unveil the latest Lifewave technology, Celergize, the perfect pairing for our patches. Celergize is a powdered supplement of vitamins, amino acids, and plant extracts that you add to your water. Please stop by our booth for a free sample of both. With sales approaching $1 billion worldwide, we're expanding our community of operations and looking for new partners to join our Live Younger team. Lifewave, helping you live your best life now.
So just a sample of some of the stuff that I'm working on, and I want to make it available so the end part can always be customized to what you need it to say. But festivals, trade shows, they're all great opportunities. And if we can maximize that and do some quality stuff, we can attract a lot of people here, certainly this summer, wherever you are. So if you have any questions you want to get back to me directly, I can share with you. I was going to share some other stuff, but we're running short on time here. It's very important, I want to say, if you're going to be in these festivals, buy a good quality tent. I bought a 10 by 10. It was cheap, and I sent it back immediately. I went up and bought a really good one. A really good tent can cost you up to $400 or $500, but that lasts. And having sides so that you can close it in at night as you leave the fairgrounds gives you peace of mind. So again, if you're interested and have any questions, please direct them to me, and I'll be happy to answer you and help you in any way I can. But stay tuned for more videos that we're doing that are going to certainly help you grow your business.
All right. Thank you so much, Carl. Appreciate that. That video sounded really good. And I'm thinking you've got one for the Winkler Harvest Festival as well. The one you showcased was strictly for Altona, right?
Right. The other one just came in as we were joining this meeting. So I have one tailored for Winkler as well. And so for anyone doing anything, I'll be happy to work with you. My producer is very reasonable in his pricing and happy to tailor something for you. And I think samples is a good way. As I said in the video, we're providing Celergize samples. If you read the disclaimer, it says available in the US. Okay, so we want to be careful we don't cross lines here and get ourselves into compliance issues, because Celergize, it's not prohibited, but it's not licensed for sale in Canada either. So providing samples kind of cuts that fine line. And of course, again, when you're doing samples, very important to get the person to fill out the lead generation form. That means you get their basic information and they answer some questions about what they're doing. And it gives you immediate, contact back with them as to what they experienced or anything else or any questions they have. But no feedback. If they don't fill out the form, we don't patch for free. It's just the obligation that we want to create for them. So thanks for letting me share this, Pete.
All right. Thank you so much, Carl, for taking the time to do that and for also being of service to the community and those that wish to take part in what Carl's doing and, you know, his producer and all the work that they put in. That's a generous offer for anybody to tap into that as well. So thank you, Carl. And one other thing I wanted to mention, when I crossed the border, coming back with the seller guys and some patches, and one of the things that the customs officer did ask me for is how many months supply. There was 3 of us in the car. So obviously we've got 6 bottles with us, and it's a 2-month supply for everybody. So there's no problem. As long as you're bringing in for personal use, you can bring across, if I'm not mistaken, a 3-month supply of a supplement without any problems or challenges, as long as it's for personal consumption. If you were to say, I'm bringing it for such and such and such, well, you'd have challenges at the border potentially. So that is something that Carl and I will be very aware of. We won't be bringing it across in any massive quantities. So for now, we're going to limit it to 1 per person so that we can look after as many people as we possibly can. I mean, we already had dozens pipe up and say, hey, I want a bottle. I want some of that right now. But they have to wait for the next run or when Carl has some stock in when he returns from a US trip. And I also want to make mention that for anybody that doesn't have insulated pouches, we still have some of the older version of the wonderful Lifewave 20th anniversary pouches. If anybody wants an insulated bag, just get in contact with me. Be happy to get it to you. They're $20 each. And I know a lot of brand partners have been asking about that. And Robin and Gregory have them available, but we also have them available here as well. So if you're interested or any of your brand partners are interested, just get in touch with us. And we'll have some other bling items coming out in the near future that Hannah and I will be sharing with you as well. And just things to help create awareness. And one of them, I can tell you right away, it's an X39 earring. And we got the first couple made and they're just beautiful on a Mexican 1 peso coin engraved. In Mexico, it's totally legal to deface currency. In Canada, it's a prison sentence. Go figure. So we have a supplier and he's got these earrings and we just showed it to a couple people and they put in some really big orders for it already. So if anybody's interested in something like that, get in contact with myself and we will make sure that you're on the list and looked after. So unfortunately, we do not have my sponsor, Kai Jacobson, on the call. He had a wonderful segment he was going to share, but like I said, we'll reserve that for next meeting, which will be the first Tuesday of August, and we'll get this issue resolved that we have here with Zoom. And if nothing else, Carl, maybe we'll revert to switching to your Zoom. You have a Zoom account, I believe, and if you're willing to allow us to use that till I get this resolved. This is like very challenging to have these issues, and I've got rows of messages here saying I can't get on your call, can't get on your call. Even prospects tonight I had on the call, none of them could get on the call tonight, so it's very unfortunate, but it happens. So we'll change things for August, and we'll use a different Zoom link so that we don't have this.
Corolla has something to share. Corolla, were you trying to get in?
Yeah, Corolla, I'd love to hear from you as well. Corolla is always there for us and always sharing and always. So pop in, Corolla. I'd love to hear a little from you.
No, I just wanted to share just this part. It's going to be resolved next time I have the login right now. I did not have that before. My apologies to everybody. I figured out what the problem was. So yeah, we'll have that fixed next time.
All right. Yeah, Corolla was wonderful with her time. We sat down and Corolla and I went through Zoom and I said, I do not want this to happen again. Corolla is very knowledgeable in that area and something went wrong. I don't know what, but I had the exact same challenge I had in Mexico on our last meeting. So thank goodness I had 2 computers here. So we were able to log into one and it did work for us, but all good. Does anybody else have anything to share? Judy, I know you emceed, you opened, but you didn't say too much. I'd love to hear some final words from you before we end the call, and then we'll go to Q&A. We'll stop the recording and we'll just share amongst ourselves. But I'd love to hear a little bit more from you, Judy. You've been on a tear lately, and the number of cycles that you've been generating, it's just incredible to see. So proud of you, Judy. So share with us a little bit, Judy, what you're doing.
Well, I'm down here in beautiful LaConner, Washington State in the US. And we are RVing with some friends. And LaConner is known as the tulip capital of the world, where they grow, well, not the world, but of US, where they grow thousands and thousands of acres of tulips and then ship them from all over the place. Well, I'm not here for the tulips. I'm here just to have a little bit of R&R. And of course, I still do some Lifewave business wherever I go. Just one thing about the Celergize, and one quick reminder, Pete, I think that you had said it's as simple as putting a scoop in and it gives you all the nutrients that you need, that David has often talked about. But the directions actually say 2 scoops. So I was just curious if you are using 2 scoops per day, maybe not at the same time, but are you using 2 scoops per day, Pete?
No, Judy, I'm only using one tall scoop per glass of water, and that's it, because right now it's a matter of stretching it as long as I can, because we don't know when we'll get more quantities. So I'm just doing one scoop. And I know you had mentioned to me privately that you had some challenges with some stool things going on, and I said last thing I want to do is all of a sudden use it too strong. So maybe you can touch on that a little bit if you're comfortable, Judy, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. So I wanted to see what it would do, and I immediately felt the energy and the clear thinking, all that happened in using it. I think the first day or maybe the second day, I found that it was obviously must have been detoxing because I noticed some bowel issues. But so since then I've been just doing the 1 scoop per day, and I want to build up to 2. But it's just for people who maybe want to be cautious. Maybe start with 1 scoop for the first few days and see how you do. I find it too sweet as well. And David had mentioned that you can put 1 scoop in, 8 or 16 ounces of water, and then do it again in the afternoon or at lunchtime or whatever you wish. So that's the way that I'm using it. Is if I do use a little bit more of it, I'll do it at a later time, so that I can start to build up to the 2 scoops without it being 2 scoops at one time. If you spread it throughout the day, not too late in the day, because that will disrupt your sleep. So you want to do it early afternoon or right after lunch or before lunch. Is best, I think, on an empty stomach, but it says it works just as well with food. But if you want the real impact of the energy and all that it gives you, I find that on an empty stomach, I notice more impact. So there's just a little bit of a testimonial on what's happening with the Celergize. But yeah, if you want to stretch it, you'll still get some really good results, even with the 1 scoop per day. So I just wanted to let everybody know that the directions on the back of the canister does say that the dose that David is recommending that we have is to get to 2 scoops per day, but you might want to just do it carefully. So with that, I noticed Carl wanted to make a comment or say something. Carl, did you want to interject here somewhere?
You know what, Judy, you hit the nail on the head as I was thinking about it, because I'm doing 1 scoop as well because it's too sweet. And that came up in the call, and he said 1 in the morning and 1 a little later in the morning to get your 2 scoops in. So that's all I was contribute, but you hit it already. So good.
Perfect. Well, Carl, you and we think alike, so we're on the same pathway here. But yeah, you can actually, I'm very sensitive to any kind of stimulants that keep me awake at night. So like, for example, I can't drink a cup of coffee after noon, after 12 noon, and I can't have, like, say, a chocolate cake or chocolate chips and a chocolate chip cookie too late in the evening. So I thought that I would try the Celergize on purpose a little bit later in the day, and it has not caused any problems. So if you wanted to wait until you had a little bit more of an emptier stomach and you didn't get to it in the late morning, let's say you had your first scoop at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. If you don't get to it before lunch, you could do it as late as, I would recommend, no later than 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And that would still be perfectly fine. So I do have one lady who tried it, and she's getting headaches all the time, even at a half a scoop. So I think we all need just to be really aware that some people are very toxic and they're going to react to it. So you want to, I think you want to let people know ahead of time to be on the lookout, and maybe start slowly rather than them being shocked and disturbed and upset by this. But it is worth it to get through that first few days or even a few weeks for them to take it slowly if they need to. All right, so that's about all I have to share. I'm happy to take, we're happy, all of us are happy to take any questions. But Pete, I was going to ask before we end the recording that you mentioned about this earring. I think it would really be helpful if you could send with the recording, or if Carola could send, when she sends out the recording, a picture of what this looks like, because I can't picture what you're talking about. I don't know if it's a dangly earring or if it's a clip on your ear, like a flat round disc looking thing. It'd be really great to have a picture if you don't mind.
Yeah, Judy, for sure, we can do that. Hannah has one, so it's just a sterling silver hook and a 1 peso coin, which is not too big, and it's X39.
So does it dangle? Like
Lasered
the
on
hook
it.
goes in your ear? Is the
Can you guys
coin
hear me?
dangling from? Yep. Yeah, we can hear. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, Hannah has a photo of it, so we can include that.
send us
And
a
it's not something that we're going to do massive marketing, but it just happened. We just got it for Hannah, and people loved it. And the ones that saw it, they just like, wow, you got to bring this to convention in Dallas for us. So hope you guys are registered for Dallas. And these ladies, they ordered like 30 or 50 of them right away. It's like, wow, I can see the potential here, because this is something that it's beautiful. It's X39. It's small and it hangs from a silver hook, if you will, from your ear, and it's just a cute little earring. So it'll raise a lot of curiosity. People, what's X39? I mean, when you wear your necklace, that happens all the time already. Or your Be the Light shirt. We call this bling.
Yeah.
And the more bling you've got out there, the more. My last person I sponsored in Playa del Carmen, I mean, I'm wearing my Be the Light shirt, and it's like, I like your shirt. What do you like about it? That Be the Light. What's that? And then next thing you know, we're talking, and she becomes a brand partner. Had I not worn that shirt, that conversation would have never existed. And the same has happened with the necklace, and same thing is going to happen with the earrings for the ladies. So it's just going to attract people to you, asking the right questions, the questions that you want. So anyways, yeah, we'll include that. And if no one else has anything else, I want to just again thank.
Why don't we end the recording, Pete, because we're a little bit over time, and then those who want to stay longer can ask a question or two.
Yes, that's exactly what we do. So Judy, you take it away, close it off, and then we thank each and every one of you for joining us here today.
Yeah, echoing Pete, and thank you again, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you August the 5th.